This is the DNA Realty Group show, and it doesn't have a name. So, we were just shadowing our friend David Hill, and we did the same thing after Jim Black. We're just going to give you some of our takeaways about guys that have pretty big businesses, great lives, make a couple $100,000 in income by our estimation, out of the real estate business specifically. Some of them have other businesses. So what was your big takeaway from shadowing our friend David Hill?
I think number one, and I could probably wrap all this up. I could probably wrap everything in one statement.
Wow.
One, you ready for this?
No.
These guys are the most resilient.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, dude. In business, they have hardships, and in life, they have hardships, but they just keep doing what they're supposed to be doing. Me, I have a hardship in business or in life, and I want to lay in my bed and cry for a couple hours times 10. You know what I'm saying?
Cry, yeah.
So they just keep doing what they're supposed to do, and it's almost like what would phase somebody else doesn't phases them maybe, but just not as long, you know?
Yeah, I agree with that. I think consistency and really fast recovery time is definitely something they both had. And one of the other things I think is they both have good teams, like maybe not great teams, but leverage, like working together for a common goal, people just achieve more. So I think that's huge. That was one of my big takeaways. Anything else you got out of it today? It was so many good things, man. We did a whole interview. You could probably watch it if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, I feel like hard work is an obvious one, but strategic work and what you focus on, right? They're not exactly focusing on work that's not creating results. It's focusing on stuff that does actually create results.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Like lead generation activity. The other thing too, what I noticed is you can only teach what you know, what you experience. Like we built a good business. We came from nothing to something, and a lot of our business was at least for me personally, the way I see it was a grind. Like I wake up at 6 and sometimes I don't get home till 10. Like we came here early and we're leaving now. It's already dark out. Still kind of early, but we're gonna go home and do some work. And these guys, they put in a lot of work. Yeah, they're there from the first to get there and the last to leave.
We've been doing shadowing mega agents. This is our second one, obviously.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, every time, 2 times now, both times, every time we came here, we've worked much harder than we do at our own office.
Oh, that actually leads me to one of my points that I got earlier, my takeaway, which is when you're in a room together with a bunch of people that are all working, the energy gets raised and you tend to be more focused and more consistent, right? Like if you're calling at home by yourself in your PJs, you're go on Facebook. Or even if you're in an office where not everybody's calling, you might go to the water cooler and have a coffee. But when everybody's on the team is calling and setting appointments, it kind of makes you step up. It's almost like raising your peer group, right?
Yeah, well, if you're playing with players that are high performance, you have to perform at a higher level.
Yeah, I think Anthony Robbins says this too. To get better, you have to hang out with people that are better than you. If you're playing tennis and you're playing against somebody that's not that good, you might win all the time, but you're definitely not getting better.
Really, really cool. I just want to say this. Thanks to Dave Hill, thanks to Jim Black, and both of the whole teams, for letting us come out. And thank you to all the future people that will let us come out. And if this is helping you being on this experience with us, thanks for watching and just being a part of it.
I got one thing to say. So we do a lot.
Thanks to this guy.
Yeah, you my brother. Love you.
Love you too.
I got something to say. So we got a sick coaching program. It's called the Fire System. We put a bunch of people through it that went from 0 to taking 30 listings, 20 listings, whatever. People just crush it. So here's our value proposition, because we do a lot of things for free, giving back to our community. So what we're going to do is, if you happen to get in real estate business from our YouTube videos and you sign up to Keller Williams Realty, you name this guy as your sponsor, right?
Me?
You name him as your sponsor. We will give away to you that coaching system where we personally coach you and you get our cell phone numbers for how much?
I don't know.
Free. We're gonna give it to you for free if you name David as the sponsor. 0.
Free?
This course retails.
Did we consult about this?
No, we didn't. But you got to add value. All right. This is Gary Vee stuff.
We charge good
This
money.
course retails at $1,050 for it's 12 weeks. Retails at $1,050. If you sign up to KW, you name him as your sponsor, get both our cell phone numbers and the fire system for free.
And you can call us anytime.
And
literally.
if you do a good job, we're actually looking for people to be able to coach it. It's really one-on-one coaching, because we talked about this all the time, like just massive marketing and mass production, but we really want to add value, right? Like we want people to get results. So a lot of it is one-on-one. So we'd even be open to, if you get great results and you follow what we say, that you can actually teach the fire system someday. So if you want the free course, name this guy as your sponsor. What's your name?
Whoa, David Maritroso.
All right, guys.
I think that, you know, and also as far as massive, we keep it simple and personal. Because here's another one of my quotes.
Ooh.
You guys ready for this?
Yes.
When you're too big to care, you're too small to grow.
Ooh, that's deep.
That's mine. Put my initials on that.
We're gonna remain caring, so we're never gonna be too small to grow. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.